Hey, I just went bought a watch with a whole lot of diamonds to show all these niggas it's my time. Took a trip out to Cali to hang with the Crips, make a play and get high off that Zaza. Fuck around skydive. So much chicken on me, could've went by the Williams, the Rudy's, a big ass Popeye. In a whole different bracket, this life is immaculate. If you hit me for bows, then you know that I'm taxing. Keep buying clothes, that shit still in the packages. If he say that he robbed me, he capping it. Really no niggas throw sevens like Kaepernick. You not blind and you see that we have it. Known in my city, so no, I'm not average. Came a long way from dope in the can. Niggas know that I step in the game that I rep. Went to Solomon, iced out the 10 for 600 on all I net. Paid it full like Mitch. Really having this shit. Got out that stuff, started rapping, and 6 months later, I'm rich. Nigga know I'm a stepper, I step with some elegance. All these niggas I'm with is some fellas, and strapped with a post, so I hope that you hesitant. If they spin, make them wish that they never spin. Most of these niggas is hoes, they be telling it. Man, I'm finna take over, I'm stamping it. How you bang this shit, they selling, ain't ripping shit. Left your dog in that rain and ain't help with it. How is you solid, you ain't never dealt with it. You see me, I come different, I'm blessed with it. We ain't got the rollie, it go with my necklace. 30 for both, you could die if you mess with it. Can't do the show if it don't gotta check with it. These niggas popo, I swear they irrelevant. Hating like I don't know, that's really jealous. Knowing they mad that they no longer next. Niggas know that I step in the game that I rep. Went to Solomon, iced out the 10 for 600 on all I net.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Trader Mayne. I'm back. I'm starting to get in the groove of things again. I apologize. I don't think I streamed last week. I recorded a video. But what's up? How's everyone doing? I miss you guys. Mayne, what is your opinion on the capital gains increase in Canada? Is bullshit. Taxes are fucking theft, especially here. All right. It's good to be back, though. Still, like, I'm just finally kind of getting back into the groove of just, you know, regular life, taking the dog out, working, fucking being in front of my computer all day. 5 weeks is a long time to be away, and I barely left my fucking, or opened my laptop while I was away. So, it's been a minute, so I'm still kind of getting back in sync with the markets. The good news is we longed basically the lows. So if you follow on Twitter or Telegram or basically anywhere, the Haven, obviously, I posted when I was getting long, and it basically was the stone bottom. So this was, I don't even know what day this is, May 1st, right? So was looking to get filled on May 1st, BTC, Ethereum, and Sol. I ended up buying some WIF as well. But I only got in about 20% of the size I wanted to get in. But if you go and look at, timestamp this, 9:32 in the morning, I mean, the price of BTC on that tweet was 57,200. And these are all my entries. And I posted them. I mean, we caught stone bottom on BTC, on Ethereum, on Solana, and on WIF. So smoked them all. I don't know where my WIF entry went. It was 240. Way down. So I'm still in all of these, but I only got in about 20% of the size that I was looking to get into. So effectively what I was looking for and what I discussed in my last video was I wanted some sort of, I'm on WIF here, I wanted some sort of pullback, right? So just turn this off for a sec. Some sort of pullback to add to my longs, because I didn't know if this was going to be the bottom. I was prepared to bid down here, right? And maybe, you know, kind of in between. So I was ready to buy some, buy some. And then hopefully get, you know, a solid position on. But we basically traded below the wick and then boom, you know, immediately V reversed. It's quite reminiscent of this bottom here, right? Where everyone thought we were going to break down here. We traded below the lows and then immediately went higher. And you can see here, right? We didn't get a significant pullback, right? So V bottomed, we got a little bit of a pullback, and then we just ripped. So I don't want to get caught, not having any exposure. That's why I bid down here. But as much as I want, a fill into here, it doesn't have to happen. If you look at that last example that I just showed you, right, effectively, we dipped V reverse, and then the dip is kind of this, and then it's just going to go up. So I'm completely prepared for that to happen. And if it happens, I've got some exposure, and I'll have to add along the way. But I'm still operating in the desire, or the idea that we can get a bit of a pullback here, and I can long a little bit closer to, 62, 61, even 60, maybe down into this fair value gap here, fill some of this in, and then we can go off to the races. That's what I would like. Now, 2 weeks ago, when I did my last stream, we were trading up here, okay? And what did I say? If you were paying attention, 2 weeks ago in my last stream, I said that there are two scenarios that I see, right? And I said scenario one is that the higher low is basically being put in here, right? And so right here, right? And scenario two was we take out this low and then we go up. So I said either way, I believe we end up trading higher. It's a question of, is the low in here, or are we going to take out this wick, which ended up being the case. So we got the deviation. We've got the quick reclaim. Now question is, what's going to happen from here? We've got the, H12 SFP here. So to me, this is potentially enough reason to, maybe get the pullback that I want. But again, you have to have a plan for if price isn't going to give you your desired pullback, right? A lot of people, when you're trading an uptrend, right, they'll be waiting for this really deep pullback. They'll say, okay, here's the order block. Here's the SR level. Here's the moving average. This is where I want to enter, right? And then price will do this, and then it'll just go up more. And then they go, well, what the fuck? Now I'm sidelined, right? If price is going to go up aggressively, you have to have multiple scenarios laid out, multiple plans prepared for how you are going to get involved. Because just because you didn't get your ideal entry, but it's going to go higher, right? You still have to have a way to get involved. So looking at this, right, I want to see us pull back to here, let's say, okay? And then go up. What happens if it doesn't? What happens if I'm waiting for it to pull back to here and it doesn't? Am I just going to let it trade to here and not take any trades, not get involved? No. I'm going to try and find another setup. Maybe it means I need to go into a lower time frame. Maybe it means I need to be looking at another POI, another area of interest. Because if we start consolidating above here, maybe we get an H12 close above this high. Well, guess what? Then this becomes a breaker, and now I'm looking to bid a much shallower retest. So my desired entry is down here. But if we don't get that and price remains bullish and it doesn't give me any clues that, it's going to go lower, then I might have to make a new plan, readjust so I can get involved and add more size that I want to get on. So I'm happy with these entries down here. Okay. Happy with these, but I want to add more. I want to add more size. So I'm going to take a stab down here if we get it. I'd like to see this H12 SFP play out. We have Monday's low here. So maybe we get a move below there. It doesn't have to come this deep, right? It could be shallow, right? It could be just into like here, right? There's Monday's low right there. It could be as shallow as that. That's what I posted on Telegram today, right? Move down here, right? Then move, move up from here. Something like that. Or it could be deep. I'm of the mindset that we're going higher. I think we are eventually going to take out these highs. So I'm willing to take another attempt at a long closer to kind of 61K here and at least target up until, this supply. Like we're definitely going to take out these highs, I think. This will be a tricky area, right? We could reject from here. I don't know. But a move from here to, here, and then if I get another add from here to here, right, that's plenty of upside. I don't need to just assume we're going to new all-time high from there. I'm fine scaling some out, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see how it works out. I'm only positioned from here. Can we come down here? Sure. But I'm based on how we traded below this wick and how strong this move up was, I'm willing to take another long attempt here, like to try and add size on long, invalidation here, before assuming that we're just going to fully retrace and trade all the way down to here. I think it's much more likely if we're going to trade down into here or below this low, it happens after another leg up. That makes more sense to me. But again, anything can happen. And I talk about this all the time in previous videos. It's all fine and dandy, and it's really fun to go, hey, price is going to do this, and then it's going to do this, and then it's going to do this, and then it's going to do this. Because if all of those things happen, you look really smart, right? You can post that online, and you can fucking farm the clout fucking until it runs, the clout well until it runs dry. Coconut. Right? But this isn't a trade. Okay, like, are you shorting this to here? Are you longing this to here and then shorting this to here and then longing this again to here? Right? Like, there's multiple trade ideas in here, and you don't really know what's going to happen until it fucking happens, right? It's hard to predict where this low is going to form, and then are you actually going to be able to get in down there and blah, blah, blah. So rather than try and determine these 3 price legs in a row, I'm much more interested in saying what's the most likely next single move. And can I profit from that? That's how you make money. You don't make money going, oh, Bitcoin's going to do this, 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 and then it's going to go to all-time high. Because, well, what happens if you buy here? Are you going to hold it for all of this shit and then this and then eventually to here? Maybe. Probably not, though, right? If you say Bitcoin's going to do this and then this and then this and this and this and then all-time high, and then you buy here, if it does this, you're probably going to puke here, right? A lot of you will. A lot of people will. Much better off saying, okay, if I think Bitcoin is going to go to here, how can I get in a trade from here to here? Great. Now it's here. Let's look at what things are doing. How is price reacting at that level? Okay, I think it's going to go down now. Can I get short from here to here? Okay, now I think it's going to go back up again. Can I get in a long here for here? So it ends up doing those, various moves. But you need to frame it as trade ideas, right? How are you actually going to get into the trade? How are you actually going to get in the trade and profit from this prediction, right? And so one of the problems with Twitter is it's full of people making predictions, right? What is price going to do? It's going to go here and here and here, and then I'm going to look sweet because I called it. But did you make any money on it? Did you actually take those trades, right? Or did you just draw some squiggly lines and price kind of sort of did what your squiggly line did, right? So I'm in the business of trading. What's the next most likely direction and trade idea I can get in? And I would like to believe that it's a long trade, so that's what I'm looking to do. Some sort of long trade for a move towards 70K is what I'm looking for the next single trade. What happens after that, I'll deal with that when we get there, right? Does that all make sense? Okay, so I posted on Twitter, and I'm salty about it, and I posted on Discord as well, and Telegram, and blah, blah, blah. So I said, hey, we have an H12 SFP here. We're getting a little bit of a pullback, but then we put in a bullish H12 SFP at this low. So for my system, there's enough there for me to warrant trying to take a long. So I went down to the hourly. We had the sweep. We had the market structure break. So I punted along, and immediately we went down for the next 2 straight hours. I had to take my dog to the park. It's also my anniversary today, so, can't stream too long. Got to deal with some anniversary shit. Coconut. I don't know why I'm doing that. So I took the long. It fucking went down for 2 straight hours. I said, fuck this shit. I closed and I literally tweeted out, I want to just show you pain. You know the fucking Naruto scene? No pain. Itamio. Right? And it still might go down, but I ended up closing at the stone bottom. So I literally said close at 5:19 p.m. Okay? That's this fucking candle. Okay? I said I'm closing it right here in the wick. I closed my long, and maybe it goes down, and maybe I end up being right by closing. But I mean, it's just hilarious that I took I think this was like a $4,000 loss I took on Rollbit because I was long 10,000 75x. So this was like a $4,000 loss at the Pico wick, and then it immediately went up, and I would have at least been able to close it break even, but whatever. So I took the trade because we had the H12 SFP. We had the market structure shift. So it's a valid long. I'm out, and yeah, maybe we come back to the entry here. I'm not going to attempt it again. I'm going to wait and see. But the setup was there, and it's valid. So if you took it when I posted it, it's still valid. This could you got a new order block that just formed right here, right? This could absolutely still play out. But I'm salty because I closed at the fucking stone bottom. Yeah, H12 sweep, market structure break. Now, if this setup fails, okay, we have Monday's high and low here. If this setup fails, that deeper pullback scenario, remember I said it's near Monday's low, that's something I'd potentially be interested in. So maybe this setup fails, we trade down here, and I'd be willing to try another long down here or even closer to here, okay? But again, we're playing a dangerous game because wherever this pullback ends, right, could be the low before next, another $5,000 to $7,000 move to the upside. We're already up $7,000 from our entry, okay? So this could be the beginning of a mega leg. And if you look back here, remember that example I shared where it was similar to this, right? Where we traded below the range low, okay, and then V reversed. If you look here, this was a very shallow pullback, right? So here's the range low. So it's eerily similar, right? There's the range low. Traded below. Spent not a lot of time there. This is like 2 days, right? 3 days. V reversed. And then I personally remember this setup. I was trying to long the breaker here. Right? And it tagged the breaker, but it never gave you that deep pullback, right? So I know me specifically, and I know other people as well, right? We're probably waiting for a retest of this, right? Maybe a retest of this fair value gap, and it never came. It just tagged the breaker, and then it just traded up. And if you go to today's price action, right? Spent even less time below the lows. But again, couple of days down here, right? And it's already trading up there, right? Like there's a chance it does not come back down here. So you got to be prepared for that. So when I talked about that at the start of the stream, you got to have multiple scenarios. You got to be not afraid to get in on continuation if it's not going to give you the pullback you want. But to me, I'm pretty confident that whether it's from here or from another dip down, we are going to go tag this kind of 70K level again. So I want to get in on that leg. I'm already in some spot. We've already discussed that. I'm talking about a leverage trade now. I want to get a leverage trade in for this next leg, and I need to try and figure out where that's going to happen. So that's what I'm watching for here. Maybe this is the setup and I fumbled it, or maybe we get, a Tuesday morning sell-off below Monday's low, and then I get a nice little, long trigger here into Monday's high and into 70. I don't know, right? But I'm pretty confident this is a market maker buy model, right? Draw your little boxes here if you want, right? And I think we're gonna expand up to 70K. It's just a matter of how I get in. That's all I care about. Me drawing, I used to get tons of likes and I'd draw out these market maker models on Bitcoin and they would work, right? Right? People, oh my God, you did it. But unless I took a trade from here to here and here to here and here to here and here to here, who cares if I called it? Right? I care because I am a clout goblin, the clout lord, king of the clout, the clout well drainer, the coconut milk drinker. Coconut. See the label, it's in Chinese. That's how you know it's good. It's got a fucking panda on it. Okay, but it's cool and all to call it, right? But what's way cooler than calling it is making fucking money, right? Always remember that. Twitter is like Instagram for the most part. Not me. I'm fucking on Twitter posting my losses. People are making memes of my neck. You know, people are fucking making fun of me all the time. And I have no problem with it because I don't have self-esteem issues. But for most people, Twitter is their absolute highlight reel. They only want to show them being right. It's very rare you're going to find people who are posting when they're wrong, posting their losses, being like, oh, like there's a few great accounts out there who are like just posting their trade ideas, right or wrong, they're just going, right? Those people are going to make money and they're going to improve. But the people who are so focused on just having other people think that they're right, it's no different than Instagram. You're posting being like, I want everyone to think I'm living this crazy fucking sweet life. And it's just the highlight reel. So you got to keep that in mind when you see this person being like, dude, he predicted that price was going to do this. At the end of the day, if they ain't make any fucking money, who fucking cares what they predicted, right? I could predict that there's fucking, you know, something's going to happen a week from now. But if I'm not capitalizing on that, taking advantage, if I say, hey, it's going to fucking rain in an hour, and then I go outside without an umbrella and it rains, I fucking called it, but now I'm all wet. You know what I mean? That fucking analogy might not be that good, but, you know, it's off the top. Okay, so does everything I just yelled about for fucking 20 minutes make sense so far? Let's take a look at the chat. BBL Drizzy. I got that shit stuck in my head. BBL Drizzy. Drake needs to fucking record a diss over the BBL Drizzy track. That is how he fucking wins this thing. BBL Drizzy. Paper hand in my 57K buy sold too early. Hey, man, if you made money, hard to complain. And we chop during the next months rather than going for new all-time high. I mean, listen, anything is possible. We are coming into summer, right? If you believe in seasonality of the markets, summers, you know, kind of can be a little bit boring. Is this the higher low on SPX, right? Or is this a complacency bounce and we're going to have another leg down? Are we going to go sideways? So we absolutely could chop around, downtrend in the summer. You know, we don't just have to go fucking nuclear. I have a theory that the summer is kind of, you know, a little bit sideways and boring. Like, you know, maybe we just get some sort of, you know, major range. So yeah, maybe and I'm just saying don't do predictions as I draw out a bunch of squigglies, right? Maybe we just go sideways over the summer. But I am confident that if we go sideways over the summer and maybe we're ranging, that we do have a bullish fall, right? September, October, I do think we'll be bullish. Mayne is really the most alpha and the most useful. Thank you. Lou Retreat says Coke or not? No, coconut. Can you explain why? Is it just because it took out high time frame lows? Listen, I mean, I've seen this type of price action tons of times before, right? We're just slowly selling off into the obvious liquidity level. Whole feed was super bearish. Soon as we didn't just kind of continue to nuke here and we went sideways for a couple of days, just seemed like a fucking buy, right? You had 3 days. You had 3 days where you could buy at 58K. It was worth a punt, right? But again, I didn't go full port. Let's see here. Trader Mayne is a legend. Thank you, bro. How many times can a breaker OB retest remain valid? I don't really think there's a number, right? It's all about context. Where did it occur? But a good one should get a reaction. Good luck with the chemo. Come on, bro. That's not funny. Mayne says the bottom is in all in. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Are memes dead? Please tell me they're dead. I mean, listen, WIF is the greatest financial asset of all time, apparently. So every time the market corrects, if I would have just bought WIF instead of whatever the fuck I bought, I'd have so much more money than I do. But yeah, listen, if Bitcoin has another leg down, right? Like, you look at what happened on the last leg down. Like, these memes are insanely volatile. So, but I don't think the memes are dead. I don't think WIF is going anywhere, right? If Bitcoin's going to make, you know, a move to 80, 90, 100K, maybe we get some sort of major washout on meme coins, right? But I don't think the move is over for WIF, right? I don't think it's over. I would love to see regular altcoins that at least pretend to do something, because we know they're all fucking shit coins at the end of the day, but at least some shit coins, you know, have something else that they do other than they're just a picture of a dog with a hat. But perhaps I'm just a massive fucking mid-twit, mid-curve, and the fact that the dog has the hat is why it's so fucking great. I know, dude. It was the fucking stone bottom down to like the minute. I fucking said I closed. I got up. I went pee. I came back to my computer. We up like $300 in minutes. Thanks, Cullen. I miss you too, buddy. Bro, should I buy meme coins sub 500K market cap? I mean, if they're gonna go to 5 million, then sure. What is the Solana of this cycle? Seems like Solana is the Solana of this cycle, no? On the BTC trade idea, is there a reason you won't re-enter? Yeah, because I'm fucking salty and mad, and it's my anniversary, and I don't really want to stare at it. Like, if I'm right on the idea, I should have stuck in the trade the first time. Coconut. My coins go up, your coins go down. Exactly. Late stream. It is a late stream. TA on PopCat. I bought PopCat when it was fucking pennies, and I sold it when it was still pennies. There's your fucking TA on PopCat. God damn it, mother trucker. Fucking rookie just like messaged me. This is in like December. He's like, buy PopCat. It's fucking cat coin. And GCR said cat coins are going to go crazy. And it's going to be the cat coin that is the best cat coin, because one of the cat coins is going to fucking go crazy because there's only been dog coins. I'm like, all right, bet. I think I put in like 25 grand in December. Okay. This would have been a well into the mid 6-figure bags if I would have just done nothing and forgotten about it. And it's 25 grand. I didn't need to sell it. I think I sold it and I made maybe 50% on it. Right? I don't need $12,500, right? Like, I should have just, what I'm learning about these meme coins, because I've fumbled the bag on so many of them, is I need to invest less, right? Because the 25 grand is not nothing, but I've had a few I've put in like 50 or 60 or even 100,000, and then it goes up 20, 30%. I'm like, that's a lot of dough, right? Cash out. But it's because I don't want that 100K to become 50. And it can in a day, and then it can bounce back and be 150K the next day because they're so volatile. So what you need to do, or at least what I need to do, is I need to just find the ones that I like. Like, I was in USA Coin, I was in Myro, I was in PopCat, so many of these, and I fumbled them all. Ribbit. I need to put in way less, like 10 grand, 20 grand, and then just say this is either going to become hundreds of thousands of dollars or it's going to zero. Like, that's it, right? Because the problem is I say that I'm going to do that, right? I say zero or hero, but then I put in too much where I'm like, I don't want it to go to zero. And then I end up fucking selling and then it goes up. So, yeah. put in $100 into Lamau, took it out at 17K. That is an absurd fucking multiple. Good for you, buddy. Jeets out, Chad's in on Tia. Oh my god, I hate this coin. Like here's my last trade on Tia. Fucking piece of shit. I was in profit for what, 3 hours? No, not even 3 hours, more. 3 days, 36 hours. Wow. Fucking piece of shit. Fuck this coin. I hate this coin so much. Like, it's gonna go up. Like, you know, now I'm looking at it and I'm gonna go, oh well, hold on. We got a sweep here. Did it hit this OB? Oh, it just came shy. That would have been dirty. But, like, you've got this big sweep, right? You've got your H12 breaker right there. So, I mean, if it reclaims, you know, this, it's probably a long. But I just have, if you go on Bybit, you can look at your P&L per coin, and I am down. There is no coin this trading year that I am down more on than this coin. None. And I've hit a $75,000 win on leverage on this coin. My lifetime or my year-long P&L on TIA is negative multiple hundreds of thousands. I've lost. I've gotten smoked. And I ended up sending someone money because I made some stupid bet about it. Fucking, yeah, fuck this coin. Anyways. So, Bitcoin, there's the plan. Does everyone understand the plan? Does it make sense? Was hockey on right now? Who is it? Bruins in Florida? Bruins probably want some revenge, right? Weren't they the best team in the league last year and they lost to Florida? 5-1. God damn. That's a statement. So yeah, I mean, listen, if this fucking is going to pump from here, absolutely can. Okay, Ethereum, right? So again, I long this. We could see like one more rollover again on Ethereum, same as Bitcoin. This was a beautiful short here, right? Right, like that was fucking beautiful. H12, H1, there's your breaker right there. And like that's as crispy as it gets on the short side. Literally like no heat. Even with your stop up there, you fucking smashed it. So that was a beauty. But Ethereum, I think, you know, looks a little stronger than Bitcoin. So if we get rid of this now. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go give him a Grammy right now. Excuse me. It's a coconut burp. You know, it's just wicking below this low, right? Whereas Bitcoin had a much deeper sell-off here. You know, and Ethereum BTC is still just fucking hanging around this fucking low. You know, and it's not selling off. It's sweeping down here, right? Below these lows. So we'll have to see. But I think Ethereum USD, to me, it looks a little stronger. Now, I would love to long down here, right? Monthly chart, we have a monthly order block here. I know it's a huge box, big old fucking box Mayne. Well, you know who else got big box? Your fucking mother. But monthly order block here, like I would love to get into a long, right? We've got some wicks down here on the weekly. So if we get another sell-off, right, I would love to long, you know, as close to 2,500 as possible, right? Right into this area here. I would love that. But I don't know if that's going to happen. We would need BTC to sell off again for that to play out. So maybe, you know, we get a move up on Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin going to 70. Ethereum puts in a lower high. We get the one more big washout. this would be the dream scenario on Ethereum. But again, predicting this, that doesn't make me any fucking money. It's good to think that this could happen. Now I can prepare myself. I can have a plan. So if price comes down there, I can fucking execute, right? But for now, what is the next most likely trade idea? So we've got that weekly sweep happening. And we've got this right here, right? There's your breaker. So a little bit lower on Ethereum. So this would line up with Bitcoin trading down into here. So if Bitcoin's going to trade down to 61, right? Ethereum, I think you can get in sub 3K again, you know, towards 2960, 2970. And that's the trade idea. And then I would trade that up into here, right? So if Bitcoin's going to get one more little bit of a pullback, right? And then, you know, we have a decision point up around 3,500. That's what I'd be looking for on Ethereum, depending on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin's just going to go up from here, then I don't have a setup on Ethereum. I'm long spot, but I don't have a leverage trade here. Sure, you could punt it here, but your stop's there, target's there. It's okay, risk reward. It's not the best, right? Like if you're just going to punt it, right? 1.5. So I'd much rather, right, get in, you know, down here, a little bit further down, a little bit more of a pullback, confluent with Bitcoin pulling back to 61. That's what I'd kind of be looking at on Ethereum if it's going to come. If it's just going to go up from here, I'm not in a trade on Ethereum, right? I'm not going to get in a trade. Now, on both Ethereum and Bitcoin, we have, right, weekly supply and Bitcoin, right? Weekly supply up here as well, okay? So that is an area where I would be, if I'm in longs, right? You're looking to TP some, and if there's bearish price action, you're taking the short. If we get bearish PA in weekly supply, I will take a short, even if it's just for a hedge. Okay, so DXY, interesting spot here, right? We've been in this range for 2 years, right? Ran the range low, trade to the range high, ran the range low, trade to the range high, and then for now, we're rejecting from here, right? So it is coming into this bullish order block right here, right? So we've come into this bullish OB, and we could potentially be getting a bounce here. So if we're bullish on crypto, we need this to sell back off into the range, okay? Sell off deeper, back off into the range. Because if this thing breaks out of this 2-year-long range, right, and breaks to the upside and has a leg up, crypto is going to go down, okay? It's going to go down because this will mean the stock market fucking nukes. So that's something to watch here as well. We've got this fair value gap up here that's not been filled. So that's something to watch on DXY and to watch on equities as well, right? So this is at some resistance, but potentially into some support here, right? And then this is coming into some potential resistance here, right? So if the DXY is at support and the SPX is at resistance, right? And if the support holds on DXY, the resistance will likely hold on SPX and crypto. So that's something we're going to watch, right? If we drift a little higher, you know, a little lower here, crypto drifts up to, you know, 69.70, and then the dollar has a big push up while we're into this supply, that would be a bearish potential scenario to watch. Any equity plays you're looking at? Not particularly. I think the last equities trade I took was a long on Tesla. And I got smoked. I was longing it here for a move up into here, and it just kept selling off. It looks like it might go up there now, though. Also think this is a good spot for pups. Yeah, I don't know what fucking pups is. All I know is I saw that whole Ansem and Arthur back and forth, and then it nuked like 70% afterwards or something. Like, my understanding is like that kind of stuff, if I'm not mistaken, like it's not as liquid, right? Isn't that stuff you got to inscribe it and shit, and you need like a buyer and a seller? It's not as liquid. I don't know. How do you still make concentrated bets with a smaller portfolio with so many sectors in crypto right now? Coconut. Very simple, bro, right? Like, the size of the portfolio is irrelevant. If you have $1,000 or $10,000, right, you can divvy it up the same way. But rather than make 10 $100 bets, maybe you're better off making 5 $200 bets or 4 $250 bets, right? Pick AI, meme, and majors, right? Maybe those are the 3 things you want to get into and divvy up your money that way. But you're always going to make the most money in crypto by making concentrated, high conviction bets as opposed to spraying and praying. It's a whole lot less likely to work. If you want to spray and pray, take a small portion of that portfolio. Okay, I got a $10,000 portfolio. This $2,000, I'm just going to fucking yeet into a bunch of tiny altcoins and not touch them because I don't care if they go to zero. And then the other $8,000, maybe you're buying some Solana, some meme exposure, maybe it's WIF or whatever it is. And then, Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever it is, right? Best meme on Twitter is Stan. I have no Stan's been replying to your tweets if you take a look at the chart. I've not looked at the chart. I don't know what the market cap is, but whoever is doing their memes and their graphics is fucking hilarious. Pups has liquidity on Sol, but that is the case for most other runes. The issue is that I don't think a lot of people realize that some of these things are maybe not as liquid as you would think, right? And they don't operate the exact same as just, a regular coin. And then you see someone like Ansem or Arthur or whoever say, hey, fucking buy this thing. And then people realize, oh, I bought it and I can't fucking just eat it. It was like NFTs last cycle, right? People bought these NFTs, and then when the market corrected, they learned very quickly that you can't just fucking sell your NFT like you can an altcoin or fucking Bitcoin or Ethereum. And people ended up having to floor their shit just so they could fucking offload them, right? What up, Mercury? How you doing, bro? When's round 2 of the podcast, bro? That was fun. Mercury was pretty dialed. I think he was calling this a downtrend a lot earlier than most people. It's very hard for people to read market structure, that's for sure. Nice try, Mike. It's Pesci, son of Pepe and Sheeb. Mayne's pep talk on going small on super low cap memes just convinced me to all in. Okay, if that's what you took from that fucking conversation, good for you. I hope you don't lose it all, brother. Coconut. I'm just waiting for the next fucking diss track, bro. Let's be honest. That's all I care about. When is so Solana? Again, we fucking managed to snipe damn near the fucking Pico low. But let's see. What do I see? Yeah, I mean, God, this would have been a great buy. Sometimes, like, this is why, same thing on Ethereum, I have that monthly level drawn, right? Like, right here. Or I have it on this chart, right? Like, you want to have an alert. You want to have an alert on this, right? Because when you get a move, I say that as I don't have one. When you get a fast move, right, came down to a monthly order block, and even if this is not the low, right, these types of a good bounce, a good reaction, And whether or not it's, again, ends up being the Pico low and we make a new high from here, maybe this low gets taken out eventually. Having an alert and knowing that, hey, this is a monthly zone, this is a monthly level, when price is screaming down and looks absolutely horrific, the only way you're going to have the balls to react and potentially catch that knife, not that I recommend knife catching, especially for most of you, should stay far away, is if you know that that's a level of interest and you kind of have it mapped out already. But yeah, so I mean, Solana, to me, pretty clearly coming into some supply here, right? So we'll see how this next 12-hour candle closes. Perhaps it's a sweep, but big bounce up, similar to Bitcoin, right? Like, I don't really want to chase this here. I would much rather see this retrace some of the move and then potentially take a long, you know, closer to where my invalidation would be. Because if you didn't long this down here, right, you know, we're up 30% from the dump. So if you're trying to long this right here, you basically need a super aggressive fucking candle to just break out and be like, oh, we're just going, you know, giga strength right through here. I think you're much better off saying, okay, I'm either going to wait for some sort of pullback, and then I can define a setup. Maybe my stop is there. I don't know. Or if it is going to go, wait for it to clear this zone, because this is resistance, and then you've got a fresh setup that forms there on confirmation of strength. But this, to me, doesn't seem like a place where you just long. And, of course, it could go up tomorrow, and people could message me and be like, oh, dude, you said don't fucking long Solana, and it fucking went up. And then I'll be like, well, that's too fucking bad for you, isn't it? You should have trusted your own analysis and not listened to the thick-necked bald guy on the internet. Shouldn't you have? Should you not have? Shouldn't you not have? Coconut. I know, fucking like the video, boys. Thanks, Anarcho Joe. How you doing, bro? Are you exiting spot bags if we downtrend all summer like usual? Yeah, listen, if we fucking go down, I don't want to hold shit all the way to the bottom. Some of my spot bags on like Bitcoin and Ethereum and shit are from way lower, so I'm not selling any of those bags. But I trimmed a lot of my altcoin exposure a couple weeks ago already. So it is what it is. You can rebuy, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we, right, if we do have another either rally on Bitcoin and then correction, or whatever happens, we have another shakeout on alts. You got to remember, some of these altcoins, right, versus BTC, right, are still trading like at all-time lows here, right? So there you go. Like, we're trading below, you know, kind of basically right at all-time lows on some of these coins. So there's going to be opportunities for alts yet, right? We need BTC to decide what it's going to do, because if it sells off from here, all coins get cooked. If it pumps and we're going to make a new all-time high, alt BTC pairs probably continue to bleed, but then you're setting up for, you know, a alt rally once these things bottom out. AZTV, you got to DM me, bro, on Telegram. It's the same handle, Trader Mayne, or on fucking Discord, official Trader Mayne, and let me know what to buy, bro. I don't want to fade you again. Am I still bullish on Sui? I mean, I don't own any. Last trade didn't go so well. Look at that. That fucking sucks. I mean, listen, yeah, this thing can go up. I don't know, but I don't own any of this fucking coin. So am I still bullish on it? I never owned it. Maybe I traded it leverage. I bought some spot in the past, but this is not like a core holding for me. Guys, I'm a boomer, okay? My core holdings in spot are these three coins. This is the majority of my portfolio, and I've added some whiff. But I'm not holding a ton of size on 50 different altcoins and a bunch of shit. The vast majority of my portfolio is in the majors, because I'm dealing with a larger amount of money, where a 2x from here on my portfolio is crazy money, right? I don't need to hit a fucking 25, 30x on my port. So the majority of my portfolio is in the big fucking 2, kind of big 3, but most heavily in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, I have Beam. I still have OXO. I still hold Say, but I'm trying to be very direct and clear with you guys here. The majority of my money is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, not other shit. You're going to fade me on Galazzo. I don't even know what that is, bro. I don't even know where I would find it. Do you neck bridge? I don't do any neck specific exercises, guys. I do overhead press. I do shoulder shrugs. I deadlift. But I don't do any, and I don't even really do much of that anymore. But I don't do any sort of neck specific stuff. I'm not doing neck bridges. I'm not doing neck pulls. This is just natural. Hey, man, how did you like Oz? Did you make it Melbourne? No, bro. I was in Gold Coast, Byron Bay, and Brisbane. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. What happened to Beam? I thought you had a big bag. I still have a bag of Beam. What's the first market you traded start your career? It was crypto, just not fucking well. And then I got into Forex, and I tried options and shit, and then I came back to crypto. What do you overhead press? I don't even know anymore. I think when I was actively trying to lift really heavy, maybe 155, 160. What's a good strat if you want to take profits, hold bags for the length of the cycle? I mean, listen, you got to have I think a dollar. Like I have a few things in mind, right? I have price point for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin hits 100K, I'm starting to sell shit. I don't care if it goes to 200K after that. I bought below 20, at 20, at 25. If it goes to 100K, I'm fucking starting to sell shit. I don't give a fuck how high it goes after that. You should have kind of like dollar amount goals as well. And then you can use the chart, right? You can use fib extensions or just use like the daily or the 3-day chart. I've done this example in the past, right? Like if you use the 3-day chart on Bitcoin, right? You could basically hold until it breaks market structure, right? Boom. Okay. Now it's time to get out. It broke market structure, right? And yeah, it's going to be a little bit lagging, right? But when it breaks market structure on the high time frames, it's usually a pretty good signal that it's time to get out, right? And if you look at our current cycle, the 3-day to me, high or low, is still way the fuck like down here. The weekly, right, is still in a mega uptrend until it breaks this low, right? So does that mean you want to hold all the way down to here? Of course not. But if we trade down here and we close a weekly candle below here, like the next bounce, however high it is, you want to get the fuck out. The lower the time frame, the more reactive it's going to be, but the more false signals you're going to get. You could use high time frame MAs, but at the end of the day, the likelihood of you selling the fucking top and knowing when the cycle is over is pretty slim, right? So when you made your investment initially, what was your target, right? What is the amount of money, the price level where you wanted price to go? And if it gets there, what is your reasoning for holding on? You could trail out your stops. You could take partial profits. There's so many things you could do, but the likelihood of you being like, hey, okay, the top is in right here and I'm just going to fucking sell, pretty fucking slim, right? I sold a lot of crypto here and here and here and here and here. And I still held some up here. And for a while, I felt pretty dumb because it kept going up. But then when we broke market structure on the high time frame, I got out of the rest of what I had. And I was happy. I would rather sell early, but make money than try and, nail the fucking top and risk. Because when it tops, like, look how fast you can lose 40 or 50% of what you made. Right? So you could be up $1 million, right? And you're like, oh, I'm just going to hold it a little longer. And then within 2 weeks, you're down to 600K after holding for 2 years. Large marge. Yeah, I still own RST. But I bought that OTC. Like, I bought RST last fucking cycle. Wow, check the near 1 hour candle. If this is not a fucking wow candle, you're banned. You're banned immediately. Okay. The wow was warranted. You live to fight another day. Yeah. Little fucking... Is that on all the charts? Most aggressive on Binance. So the question is it fill the wick, or is that a sign of things to come? So listen, I'm salty. I want Bitcoin to fucking nuke because I closed my long. Like, I want us to nuke. Because I closed the bottom. Let's see, do we have any ETF information? I mean, fucking the last 2 days, Barry has bought Bitcoin. What does it mean? Bro's just been sitting on the red button, just jeeting on our fucking heads. Ever since the ETF got approved, he's just like, gonna be a big week. Jeet on your fucking head. Nuke it. Fuck you, you fat fuck. But then yesterday, bro just buys 63 schmilly inflows. Today, 3.9, but still it's better than money out. Everybody's fucking reported except for BlackRock. So this site, you can track all of it. 99 milli, right? That's decent. But BlackRock's the big daddy, and right, they were 70 straight days of buys, and then goose egg. Biggest outflow day ever was just on the 1st, right? $500 million in outflows. So you kind of wonder, we had $1 billion of inflows at the top. Maybe the outflows is near the bottom. I don't know. But we'll see what BlackRock says. But yeah, I want this to die for 2 reasons. I would like to long lower, and I want me closing my long to not have been a mistake. So looking potentially spicy. Hey, near, that might have been the clue there. Yeah, look at this. So let's see here. We'll throw on Monday's range. So again, I would like to see probably Monday's range get taken out here. Right? Ethereum. Let's see if we get down into this area. Closer to 3K. Ben from Into the Cocktaverse said ETH is going to 400. Do you see that happening? So he thinks Ethereum is going back to $400, which is lower than it went when FTX collapsed. I don't see that happening. But again, I mean, anything is possible. Kevin Garnett. Mayne, I literally just got done watching your interview with Cam Foos. Pure gems, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I met up with Cam when I was out in Bali. A lot of fun. Bali's fucking beautiful, man. I could live there. Jesus. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion to your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor, and the quality is guaranteed to be the best. Guaranteed? How can you guarantee such good quality for such low prices? Explain that to me. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. A huge number of custom settings. Go to Streamrise. The username is apparent bracelet 9 because apparently there was 8 other bracelets. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, listen, sell it off, baby. Nuke it. Nuke it. I want it. I want it lower. I mean, have you heard of loaf coin? It's coin pegged to the price of a loaf of bread. Now, that's hilarious. But how does it remain pegged to the price of bread? Like, what happens if people sell it, right? Does that mean that they're just going to buy? They have infinite money to buy and make sure it's pegged to the price of bread? And what kind of bread are we talking? Wonder bread? Petridge Farm bread? White bread? Is it multigrain? Is it sourdough? Like, what kind of bread are we talking? Bread in Canada? Bread in the States? Bread over in Europe where they're eating fucking baguettes and fucking prosciutto on Tuesday, drinking wine, smoking a cigarette? What? Who's the arbiter of the bread? These are the questions I need answers for before I put any money into an instrument such as loaf coin. Do you ever get scared on dips anymore, man? I mean, listen, if I'm fucking in a long and price is nuking, it's always a little bit, but you definitely get numb to it. Yeah, gluten-free bread? What kind of bread are we talking about? Is backed by bread. Who's holding the bread? How much bread? Where's the bread located? Is it in a warehouse? Is it secure? Who has access to the bread? So many questions. Would I look for a short to this zone? Not really. I mean, I don't really have a setup here, right? Like maybe the short was up here. But I think the short, right, was last night. I mean, you could argue this is an H12, H1 right here playing out. So if I put on, I mean, there you go. It gave you the short right there. Look at that. So this is the IMG indicator, right? So it gave you, there's the H12 SFP. It marks out the breaker. There's the MSB. That red circle is a short entry. I don't know if I have my settings tuned on this properly, but that's an H12, H1 right there. So I missed, if you were going to short, I missed it already. It's literally Fort Knox of bread secured by the blockchain. Well, that's impressive. They use baskets of various breads vacuum sealed in a vault under Svalbard. I can't even pronounce that, so it must be secure. I meant if it broke 56K, yeah, listen, if we get some sort of convincing break below here, sure. But I'm much more interested in potentially shorting like up here. If we get a move up to here, this would be a potential short I would look into. Where's the TP on the short? What short? I'm not in a short. All right, guys, we need a couple more likes. Come on. A couple more likes for the kid, for your boy. 102 likes, 450 people watching. That's crazy. Coconut bread. Now we're fucking talking. At what ratio do you hedge your spot bags 2-to-1? David, that's a very broad question. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Like my entire spot portfolio. I'm not really interested in going net short at any point, right? If I'm hedging, I'm still net long. right? So any shorts I'm taking, because I still believe Bitcoin goes to 80, 90, 100K. Like I still believe we trade up to here. So any sort of shorts I might take, I'm still net long crypto. Man, I was the original ticker Bitcoin shill last summer. Were you? Can you look at Moo Moo? Moo Moo the bull? Is this it? I probably gotta look at it on Deck Screener, don't I? I'll do like a shitcoin stream or something tomorrow, and we'll do it with Rollbit, and I'll go over all your fucking shitcoins. You'll trade a like for 100K Welsh buy. You're gonna give me 100K? That's what I heard. Do people really make money scalping? A lot less than you probably think. I mean, listen, I have no idea what to make of this coin, bro. All I know is last time I looked at a coin like this, I said, oh, it should bounce from like here, right? But again, if Bitcoin nukes, this thing probably takes out the lows. But it is coming into some support, right? Like you've got this, and then you also have basically this. So, and last time I did that, I didn't do anything and did this. So I have no idea. But again, my concern with coins like this is just Bitcoin in general, right? Bitcoin was a lot more bullish back then, but it's 25 mil market cap. It looks like it's at the lows. I don't know, bro. You do you. Maybe I just punt a little bag on it and forget about it. We'll see. AZTV, I'm asking you, please DM me, bro. DM me. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Like I said, it's my anniversary, so I got to go hang out with my fiance. But I will do another stream this week. I'll do a shitcoin stream to scratch that itch for you guys. I'll pull up Deck Screener. I can look at all your fucking shitty coins with low market caps and get a Zach XBT thread written about me in the process. But it feels good to be back. I'm glad I could get this out for you. If you guys like these videos and you appreciate what I'm doing here, the best way you can support me is to just like the content, guys. Subscribe, like the video, retweet my tweets, like the tweets, leave comments. My tweet comments are just bots, right? Like if you're talking to me and you're a real person, I'll try and engage with you, but it's just so many bots in there. So yeah, likes, retweets, just show me the love that way. It's the best way you can do it. Share it with your family and friends. And yeah, it's good to be back. I got no trips planned until September. Okay, I got a couple weddings here or there, but otherwise nothing till September. So lots of content coming your way. And yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Lots of love.